A fully developed claim is a claim submitted by a veteran or survivor with all the information necessary to decide the claim.
David Matthew Patty was 19 when he joined the Air Force in 1966.
I said to my family, I said, well, if I have to go, number one, I want to join, and number two, I don't want to go to Vietnam. So I'm going to join the Air Force, and that way I don't have to go to Vietnam.
David was sent to Vietnam in 1968.
I'd go back to Vietnam tomorrow, I'd serve tomorrow, I'd do everything. I don't want to change anything.
Upon his return, David married his high school sweetheart Judy, raised 3 daughters, and worked hard so that they could enjoy the golden years with their 7 grandchildren.
I was doing pretty good, but then it all shut down on me.
In the fall of 2012, David Patty was diagnosed with lung cancer. The probable cause? Exposure to Agent Orange.
Even though my cancer is still called treatable, let's call it what it is. It could turn terminal tomorrow. I mean, that's life.
They were talking about something called fully developed claims.
David learned about fully developed claims from his neighbor and fellow Vietnam veteran Frank DeSimone,
So when I took you down there,
who connected him to Tim Grossman, National Service Officer at the Disabled American Veterans Regional Office in Philadelphia.
He was exposed to herbicides in Vietnam. We had evidence that he had verified service there. And he had this condition that the VA has said, well, the law tells us that we're going to grant this, you just come in with the paperwork. So we filed the fully developed claim. He was granted in 4 weeks. Our National Service Office staff walked them through each step of the process, what they need and the elements of their case they need to build. We help them collaborate with obtaining the documentation, ensuring that it's appropriate and it's going to be effective for their case. And then we file this fully developed claim.
The reason a veteran should file a fully developed claim is because it is the fastest means to get a compensation or pension claim processed.
The claim that you wanted to file for depression, we're good to go. It should only take about 90 days. It could actually take a lot less than that.
90 days is cutting through a lot of red tape.
Veterans can file fully developed claims in one of 2 ways. They can file it online at eBenefits, or they can file it in paper on one of the EZ forms. So you go into the system, you start completing your claim. Before you hit that send button, gather all your information, upload it, then hit send. And what that does, even if you've started the claim 2 months ago and you just now hit send, VA will consider that earlier date that you initiated the claim as the date we can potentially pay you benefits back to.
Go and do it. If you, either A, if you haven't done it, do it. It's out there for you. B, if you have done it and you got discouraged, there's a new program. Use it.
I encourage all veterans to try. I encourage veterans to meet with their veteran service officers. I encourage them to submit fully developed claims.
Hey, Tim, how you doing today?
David Patty's cancer has spread to his brain.
We're going to do everything we can to make sure that he is fully taken care of to the extent that we can and the extent the law allows. And that's the purpose of filing the second claim.
If his second claim is approved, David Patty will use it in the same way he uses the money from the first one, by donating it to charities, including the Wounded Warrior Project.
I am a veteran, so I care about they're my brothers. I mean, they did their time. I served, they served, whether they were in Iraq or whether they were in Korea. What's the difference? We're all veterans, we're all here. So I care for them, they're my brothers.